Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tim Hoffman, host of Tim Hoffman, Greatest Chef in the World. It is here currently 1:32 in the morning. If you don't believe me, here is the camera. Take a look outside. You'll see it is pitch black. I just woke myself up with an alarm on my Fitbit device, and the reason I've done that is because a lot of people have been asking me, hey Tim, what do you do to keep your relationship so vibrant and alive? I am married, and I tell them it's all about doing super romantic things for your significant other, okay? And there's nothing more romantic than this recipe I call surprise morning ribs. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, this is where the intro is going to happen, so you can edit this part out. I want like a cool title sequence to play here. I want 3D graphics. I want things spinning around. Let's animate like a UFO coming in. The UFO's from the planet Ribula. Okay, it's full of rib aliens. And I want like a T-Rex to come out, eat the UFO. Okay, but its teeth are not normal teeth. They're like baby back ribs instead. Okay, and then I want to cut to like a White House, a 3D White House. I'd like Pixar level animation for this if we can get it. My editor told me we could, so this will all be gone and replaced with this really cool animation. I want to open the doors of the White House. Okay, go on in. Have a look around. I want security guards, Secret Service chasing the camera, saying, "No, you can't be in here," shooting a cooking show. And we'll say, "Yes, you can." And we go in the Oval Office, and behind the desk is U.S. President Bartholomew P. Ribs, okay? And he turns to the camera and he says, "I'm signing an executive order to make Tim Hoffman Secretary of Delicious." Okay? That's going to be awesome. So we're going to do that. That's going to be the intro. We're going to cut out all this. Alright, great. So back to the video. So now we're going to show you a recipe tonight of perhaps the most romantic gesture you can do for your wife, and that is to surprise her at 5 in the morning with a plate of hot grilled ribs. There's nothing like being woken up from a deep sleep, maybe from a scary dream, and just having a plate of ribs shoved into your face, covered in barbecue sauce. It's scary. It's wonderful. It's one of the greatest experiences you can have, and if you haven't done that, you need to give that gift to your significant other. There's nothing more romantic than breakfast in bed, as you know, and there's nothing more delicious than ribs. Alright, so we've got our plate of ribs here. We have coated them overnight since last night in our special rub. I'll put that recipe in the notes section here on the video so you can get that. Just a bunch of different things. You're going to coat your ribs in the rub, put them in the fridge the night before, and that's going to allow them to gather the delicious flavor of the rub. Okay, and now they're ready for the braising process. That's what we're going to do now at 1:35 now in the morning. Right, so what we're going to do here is take half a cup of the white wine. Pour in your white wine. We're going to go with a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Put that in there. A tablespoon of white wine vinegar. Pour that in there. With just a little bit of honey. This one you can sort of eyeball. Get the honey in there. And then you're going to want a little bit of garlic. Half a teaspoon of this equals 1 clove of garlic. So get that in there. Give it a nice mix. Just stir it all around. And then that is going to be our braising sauce. Open up your ribs. Pour this right on top, right in the ribs. And then crinkle them back up. And you're going to seal the ribs with the foil, and that's going to seal them in that sauce and allow them to really cook well. Now for the oven, I have it heated up to 300 degrees. In fact, I'm going to turn off the light now because you don't want to wake up your wife while you're making surprise morning ribs. She'll come out, she'll be angry. It's like walking out on Santa Claus, okay, on Christmas Eve night, seeing the surprise morning ribs at 1 in the morning while they're being prepared. It just ruins the whole experience, okay? Then she's going to be filled with tears, okay? And the key to surprise morning ribs is happiness, not tears, okay? So we have our oven heated up to 300 degrees. To see them now, since the last shot couldn't really show them. These are the ribs, delicious, wrapped in foil. They're going to go in here, 300 degree oven. If they are St. Louis style ribs, they're going to go in for 2.5 hours. If they're baby back ribs, they're going to go in for 3 hours even. We're going to wake up again at 4 in the morning and pull them out of the oven and get ready for the next step. So this is a process that takes all night, but it's worth it to show your significant other how much you care and surprise them with the joy of ribs. Alright, hello. We're back again. It is now 4 a.m. We've allowed our ribs to cook in the 300-degree oven for 2.5 hours because these are St. Louis style ribs. We're going to get them out now and see how they are. Very good. Still wrapped in that foil. That's good. You'll see a little juice run out. That's okay. We're actually going to pierce the bottom of the foil, let the juice run out. We don't want them to be all covered in that braising sauce for too long. It's going to make some noise. It's going to sound like water running. So if your wife maybe hears that, asks you what's happening out there, just tell her, I don't know, you're peeing in the sink. You know, I'm a man. I have to mark my territory. We have to do things like this. We have to get up, 4 a.m., piss in the sink. Now, these ribs, once they're drained of the liquid, we're going to put them in the refrigerator for another hour. Okay, we're going to go back to bed, wake up again at 5 a.m. We're going to put them on the grill. Putting them in the fridge allows them to harden up, allows them to be more manageable on the grill. If you go out there now, they're just going to fall apart, go to shit. You don't want that for your surprise morning ribs. So we'll place them right in the refrigerator now. We'll set a timer for yourself and head back to bed, wake up again in an hour, and we'll finish these things off. Good morning. I'm back again. As you can see, it is now 5:22 in the morning. We're continuing on our plan to create these surprise morning ribs. So we have our favorite barbecue sauce out. We have this. Let's get them basted. The grill is preheating. Turn it on for about 10 minutes on high. Let the grill grates heat up. We're going to open and put them on the cookie grill. So we have our barbecue sauce here, a grill brush. We're going to take that, brush them, come over, continue to put on that sauce. Okay. Those ribs. Alright, so now we're going to take these ribs outside. Alright, so here we got the ribs on the platter outside. Very dark outside. And we got our grill heated up. Let's add some ribs. There you go, you hear that sizzle? That means the ribs are going there. We're going to keep them on a medium heat. And close the lid about 5-10 minutes. We're going to flip them. So some of the tools you'll need for this part of the cooking, you'll need a pair of tongs, maybe 2 if you're having trouble flipping. And you also need this thing. I'm not sure what it is, but I like to use it just to fend off creatures of the night. Because remember, it is still the middle of the night out here. There will be coyotes, there will be raccoons that try to get your ribs. And you need to be ready to fend them off with a sharp object such as this. Just jab them in the face, yell at them, say, I'm eating ribs. Okay, I know you've got ribs too. You'll be next on the grill if you keep trying this shit. See that nice char forming on one side? We're going to get it on the top, and then these babies are going to be done. Now those are like some good ribs. They got a nice char on there. They got the grill flavor from our 10 minutes on the grill, and they have that low and slow softness from our time in the oven with the braising sauce. So the best of both worlds. These are ready to be served to your wife at 5 in the morning. Take a big knife, I like this one, and we're just going to slice the ribs apart like that. A nice separation between each ribs. I like to go cut them into 2 rib sections. So when preparing surprise morning ribs, you really want to get some good ones on there. I like just a whole plate of ribs. There she goes. She's going to love this. No side dish necessary for eating ribs in bed. You just give them ribs. All right, well, here we are outside the bedroom door. We're about to bust in there with these delicious ribs for surprise morning ribs. When you go in, I like to not make too big a deal of it, but I like to say, happy ribs, just in really excited terms, and then that just gets her in a festive mood, and she knows something really exciting and really special is happening. So let's do that now. Happy ribs! Happy ribs! Let's get a light on. Celebrate these ribs. Ribs, 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 ribs. Ribs. The dog's excited. Everyone's excited. Let's serve her the ribs. These surprise morning ribs. Here they are. Why don't you have a little taste of those? First of all, I'm glad you're dressed. Just here. Here you go. I got you a napkin. It's all about love. It's all about rib love. It's morning. It's 5 in the morning. I'd like to serve you these ribs. But I spent all night making the ribs. What do you mean, for love?
Thanks.
That's the reaction you're going to get if you make surprise morning ribs. I'm Tim Hoffman, best chef in the world. See ya.